What does this button do? Hold on. Okay. I feel better now. No, dude, I'm like pissed off about my whole fucking Peloton experience already.
I was gonna ask you. I don't see a Peloton here yet, but I do know that you've been leaving every morning. Where are you going every day?
Where did I go today?
Do you go out to eat or coffee, or are you just buying shit, or are you spying on
No,
someone?
I'm not buying shit. Really, I'm not. That's the weird thing. It's like I'm actually been forcing myself to buy shit since all this.
Can I just say this?
Since all this started. Hold on, I gotta find something to put that in. It's not gonna kill us.
I will say this.
Do you have an ashtray in there?
I have an ashtray everywhere. I can go
Yeah,
grab
but this
one.
is my room.
I'm not gonna ash on your floor, Dick.
I know. That's why I'm like trying to figure out something you can put that in.
I might ash in between those two blue knobs.
Hold on, don't. Which blue knobs? These ones?
Two blue knobs.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
just
ash
get it all
between
over
right
my
there.
fucking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Hey, you calm down, Martha Stewart.
I am calm. Here, use this. Just use this lid.
Thank you.
That's why it's hot.
Hey, lid sessions.
Lid session.
It's about goddamn time.
Okay, so
all right. So I also need. I also need
to like start with like
introductions.
Well, no.
How we met? How I met your mother?
No, we're not gonna do all that shit. I got too much shit going on right now. You want to know where I went this morning? I had to fucking chill the fuck out because of this Peloton thing. So it didn't show up on. Okay, we'll preface everything like. So I ordered a Peloton. I ordered a Peloton a week ago from yesterday. They said they were going to have it delivered. What are you doing?
Looking for fire. This is going great so far. In about 3.4 seconds, I'll either have a lighter in my hand or be choked by a coaxial cable. Time.
Probably. It would definitely
lighter
be a coaxial
in hand.
Actually, it would be an XLR cable because I don't think I have any coax.
And I have standards, what I get choked with.
Okay, so...
Are you recording?
Yes.
Always.
See the red light right there? See those two red lights?
Does that mean in studio, be quiet?
That means those are armed. That means those are armed and ready to go.
Why do they call them armed?
That means
why
those
not
are
legs?
armed and ready to go. Why do they call them armed? That means those are armed and ready to go.
That's gonna fuck with me forever.
That means
I can get even weirder.
And ready to go.
Like this one over here.
That means I can get even weirder. And ready to go. Like this one over here.
Like this one over here. Okay, we're gonna lose everybody.
Yeah, I hear enough voices.
No, I bought this. I bought this Eventide mixing link. This is here. This is gear moment. So I can use my guitar pedals with my microphone, and I can run my guitar through this too. And I got a new amp, new Supro 64 behind you with reverb. It's a 5-watt amp, so I can fucking drive the fuck out of it and sound pretty wicked.
I'm okay. So I want to answer your first question. We walked in here.
What?
All the stuff, dude. All stuff and
No,
things.
we don't need to talk about that right now.
No, nothing deep.
But we're
whatever.
going. I wanted to do this.
No,
I gotta talk about this Peloton shit, dude.
Okay, Peloton shit first, and then I want to know where you're going every day, and then
Yeah. Okay. So this is why I had to leave this morning.
Okay.
Was because fucking okay. So a week ago from yesterday, I ordered the Peloton. The fucking on the showroom floor, they're like, it's a 2-week wait. They're like, oh my god, you can get your like it says it's gonna get here on fucking on Thursday, whatever day on the 30th. I'm like, okay, cool, like great, right? So then fucking the day comes and everything. We're talking, and then it's just like getting to the point of the day. They're supposed to call a half hour before they go, and they're supposed to be here by 4, right? So fucking 4:30 comes around. I'm calling fucking like, hey, where's my shit? And then somebody's like, yeah, they're like, you're the next customer. They're gonna be there. It's like around 5. But I'm thinking, well, fuck, don't they have to check in with the fucking office or whatever before they go through the gate or call me or whatever? But they can't call me because there's no cell. So so then they fucking call. So then all of a sudden I get a fucking automated message saying, hey, we mixed it. We'll call you to reschedule. Blah blah blah. So Friday they call and they're like, okay, it'll be Tuesday, and we're giving you $150, $150 off. And I'm like, okay. And then, so Friday, all of a sudden, I get a ding, and it says like I got my shoes were delivered. It was either Friday or early Saturday, right? And so then I told you about it. I'm like, where the fuck are my shoes? Like, they fucking did this thing. All of a sudden, fucking FedEx shows up. Just like, it was just weird. They just like show up and throw the shoes out at me. They're like, here's your shoes. And then like, I'm like, okay, this is weird. And so yeah, so the shoes showed up after the fact, after they were already delivered. And then, so then yesterday I'm sitting here chilling. All of a sudden, Expo shows up on my fucking. They're the logistics company that delivers. They're calling me on Sunday, right? They're the ones that are supposed to be delivering this fucking thing. So I already know what this is gonna be. So they call me up and they call me up and they're like, hey, sir, we can't deliver your, we're not gonna be able to get to you on Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, well then what are we fucking talking about? Like, and they're like, it's gonna be the 13th. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just spent fucking $1,500 fucking bucks on this thing. Like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, how the fuck can you as a fucking company? And then I start thinking about all those fucking horror stories I've heard about, like, it's just like rumors. You don't really hear them, but you like hear how much of fucking, and you think it's like just because of the fucking the subscription service or whatever, the coaches.
Yeah. It's just their whole organization.
So I don't. Yeah, no, it's so fucked.
Just everything they're involved with.
So everything's like their fucking hold music, dude, is like the most fucking dire and depressing shit ever. It's like this guy moaning, going, "Oh, and all your friends." So
it's not the Cisco phone, IP
No,
phone.
it's like
music.
it's just the worst fucking sounding shit. It like makes you want to fucking. So I like drove around this morning. So that's what I did. I just drove around, waiting to get through to someone. Oh yeah, I finally did get through, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to talk to your supervisor. I just need to talk to yours right here.
Other way down, so that's too far down.
Okay, how about like that?
That's good.
See, you're one. You're one, number one, and I'm number two.
Yeah, I do piss a lot, and you do poop a lot.
I know.
But your nickname Doodle because you're the shit.
So. Anyhow, I'm waiting on a supervisor, and then today I just been watching, like wondering if it's even fucking worth it. Like I was looking at other, because I was thinking about getting the row, and I was seeing like, because there's like row machines you can get, they're just about as good as the Peloton row, that are like a third of the price. Well, half.
Let me insert and say this though.
So that's where I went this morning. Was on hold.
There's a shit ton different things you can do for diet and exercise options, but the only thing that's going to make it work is something that's actually going to get you to show up. So you can spend $1,200 or $800 on something that you kind of like,
yeah,
or $2,000 on something you're actually going to fucking use.
Yeah, and
it's worth every penny.
That's what I was thinking about while I was driving around this morning. Yeah. Was like, yeah, I know the row. The fucking thing is the row's the number one machine because it's just that good. Because it's like their row, because it's just super fucking quiet. Which is what I want.
And low impact, and you're getting full body range of motion.
Yeah.
You're moving stabilizer muscles because it's a fluid movement, not static like a Nautilus machine.
Yeah.
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 They're good.
Yeah.
It's good shit. Just like swimming is good for you for that same reason.
But fucking the subscription though is fucking $44 fucking bucks a month. That's like the same as a fucking regular gym membership.
It is. In fact, it's more. If LA Fitness, I pay less than that. But I have to leave here and go to it and deal with a bunch of motherfuckers. If $45 a month,
you go to the one in Spanaway?
No, I used to go to the one in Lacey when I lived in Yelm, and I worked over in that way.
Where's the one in Lacey?
Right off of I-5, right by Hawks Prairie.
Yeah,
in Costco.
Hawks Prairie's not there anymore.
Or whatever.
No, that was where I went one morning. That's where I went the other morning. I think Saturday or Sunday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah.
So you got the pellet. Is it a treadmill? Is it
I got the bike. I got the bike.
You got okay, the bike.
I ordered the bike, and then I was like...
Is that the one that has the different levels, or is it like spin where tension?
It's spin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a spin bike, but it's got all the.
You got the video, and you can trace.
Yeah, it's got the huge ass, fucking gorgeous screen.
And
I
you
will
can do
admit
classes
that fucking
with
monitor's
people,
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, and the 45 includes instructors or classes that you can sign up for or join, and also maps that you can go.
But if I don't
exist
want
in,
it,
right?
if I just want to fucking ride,
manual.
just ride manual, like it's pretty much pointless.
I'd say, dude, I would only get something like that. I'm looking at a treadmill. I'm only gonna get something that has the video option to where I can go run a scenery where I was like there, because I need that visual for motivation.
The impact is like what's fucking with me when I'm trying to run.
Well, I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna get a treadmill to
That's
walk.
why I want. That's why I want
walk.
the row, because I figure the row, I use everything, and then it'd be just about as good as actually rowing.
And rowing, you don't need to do as much to get the same amount of. Like you row for 5 minutes, that's probably equivalent to walking for 20.
Because spinning, well, that's the other thing though. It's like as much as I love spinning, it's like you kind of like, what the fuck is your fucking this part of me doing? You know.
If you're not in a class competing against someone to your left or right, then it's a little harder to do spinning.
But I think
class.
you got cameras and shit, and like on the.
Yeah, this accountability. You're paying for the accountability and coaching, and honestly. You know, the camaraderie of being a part of that club. It only works if people buy into it. And,
well, yeah.
But,
dude, but it was so fucking weird going up to Bellevue Square. Like, cause see, that's the thing.
Where's that Bellevue Square? Is that where you?
That's where I bought the Peloton at.
Okay.
And that's where I lived though, right before I left. Well, technically it was Othello and Rainier, but we'll not talk about that. But no, I was living in Bellevue. But anyhow, so I go out there like. Thinking I had to do parking validation, but I remember there's like no parking. There's like no, you don't have to pay for parking, and you shouldn't. So anyhow, but I'm walking on, I'm on the second level where the Peloton place is, and then you go down, and towards the end, the Tesla dealerships inside, like it's fucking weird, man. And there's all these people, like the gates closed, and they got a fucking queue, like fucking going, like probably a good 10, 12 people. Wait
for Tesla?
For Teslas.
See, I don't get the. I think the only reason they still exist because they fucking dropped their price about 25%.
But did they do this after Elon said everybody go fuck themselves?
No, I think that's just the initial hype of it. But once you become an owner, you know, okay, it's like it's a car like any other car.
Yeah.
And then and sorry, but they're bland. They're so fucking
yeah,
bland
they
and
are
boring.
bland.
It's like if you were to cook macaroni and cheese, but no color change happened to the noodles, and they just changed, stayed
like
that
what
same color.
Marv says on fucking Sin City. Like he's like all the new cars, they look like electric racers. It's just like really they do.
Speaking of new cars, I was just a couple hours ago. I drove into Yelm where the Airstream is, where I'm storing it. And met a guy who builds tiny homes, and he's gonna do what I want to do with it. Probably take the shell off, but I'm trading for a 2008 Jeep Liberty, 5-speed manual.
Really?
Yeah, it's it's fucking nice looking. It's pretty clean looking, title in there, clean title.
Truck for it.
And you know, the only thing is it's 2-wheel drive, unfortunately, so it's not a true fucking Jeep, but it's an extra rig. It'll be paid off, you know. Straight up for the Airstream, and it's hard for me to get rid of that Airstream right now because
you can sell that Jeep though.
Exactly what I said. I already want to buy it. It was easier for me to sell the Jeep and the Airstream, so trading it across and then just putting it right back up for sale if I wanted to, I could do and get the cash.
I was thinking today, I was just like,
but I'm gonna keep it.
As much as I like this truck, I'm like, I still think if somebody gave me a manual transmission like right in front of me, I think I'd probably jump on it.
It's 2-wheel drive, but it is manual, which you know. For me, makes up for the fact that it's not 4-wheel drive, and honestly, it's an extra rig right now. And even if I have 4-wheel drive,
so there's no 4-wheel drive on it at all.
No. It's you know, it's got a 2.4 in it, which normally it comes with a 2. It's got some get up and go, some other shit done to it. But yeah, it's a 2-wheel drive, which is kind of odd.
Well, that sounds.
And I in Washington, you know, you almost have to have all-wheel drive or want to, but since I have a truck already, but it's an SUV, I like having an SUV the 2-wheel drive keeps the cost way fucking down on that same type of vehicle. And if you're not worried about utilizing it that much or pulling a ton of shit, but it's pulled plenty. In fact, the guy that has it uses it for lawn season and pulls a trailer with like riding lawnmowers and other shit. So I'm thinking about either.
How much gas do you think you kill every time you start your truck?
I get about 17 miles to the gallon if I'm lucky. But
sometimes like, you turn
dude,
it
I
over,
know when it turns on, you probably feel traumatized. I'm
TV,
sorry.
and I'm like, okay, when's he gonna leave? Is he ever gonna leave? The truck's just running. I'm like, am I getting asphyxiated?
Okay, I'll think about that more often.
That was the other thing.
I guess haven't really thought about that.
We probably should get a smoke detector in here. Because this thing, I've been cooking.
You can't detect the smoke right now.
I've been cooking chicken breasts in here at lunch, like stuffed chicken breasts, and then like it's like I haven't like gotten like lightheaded or anything, but it wasn't like when we got back from Iraq.
You know that's a fan right there, right?
Yeah, but I think it blows this way.
No, it blows the heat that way into the garage from this room.
Are you sure about that? Because I swear
I'm
to God,
almost 100%
it
positive.
didn't do anything.
If you turn it on right now, what would it do? Would it pull the smoke towards it?
I didn't seem like.
Because it should be pulling it, putting it out in the garage, I think.
Right, I know. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, but the fans look like because they're pointed this way though.
Is the switch there?
Yeah, the switch is right here.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. I had it on for like it just didn't seem like it doing.
Yeah, it's a low motor. It's a fart fan that you'd find in the bathroom, pretty much, almost, you know. But it should pull some of that. It should pull some of that. So yeah, straight up for the Airstream. The guy went and looked at it. He did a healthy inspection. We're gonna meet up in a week when I get back from Florida. Which reminder, I'm leaving. We're actually leaving tomorrow night, going up to Seattle because our flight leaves super early Wednesday, and then we'll be back the night of the 12th. We got the dogs kenneled, so they're taken care of. They're gone. Will be gone.
Now I wonder. Okay. So the other thing that happened too is like on Friday, I got a Match.com account, right? And I start going through it.
Did you find my ex on there?
No.
Did you find my current on there?
No, I found my ex on there.
But not my current.
No, I found Christy on there, and and I'm reading it, and she's like, fucking.
You found Christy on there?
Yes.
Chrissy, the one with the family business.
Well, yes, one family business and everything. So I'm like, fuck me. And she's like, got this thing written on it. It's like, it says like, I like reading and literature, but I use math every day. And it's like, yeah. Well, yeah, her birthday was yesterday. So I'm like, yeah. For your birthday last year, I gave her that humble pie book about all the math problems.
That's right.
Stuff
That's
in
right.
the world.
Yeah.
So I gave that to her for her birthday last year, and so anyhow, so I'm like sitting there just like fuck it. So I just like go down there and I'm like, hey, you want to see my truck? And like we walk around and look at the slabs at her thing, and then yeah, so then we started talking. She started talking. We're looking at the slabs and everything. She's got this huge green screen in the back lot of the shop. Like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, this is my green screen. I'm like, what do you guys do it for? She was like, we scan all the slabs. So she's like, you see how, like, they got that reflection on them? And there's, like, this black marble, like, just, like, right there. Like, and it's got this crazy-ass reflection in it, right? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, it scans it, and then it uses AI and takes out the reflection. I'm like, oh, well, that's great. So then we're talking. I'm like, okay. She's like, I gotta go back to work. I'm like, okay, cool. So then, like, next morning I wake up, and I'm just like, it's just like, I immediately, like, the first thing I'm thinking about is, like, I'm thinking about doing camera shots and jib, like, using a jib, and that's when I ordered the jib, like, because of it. So no, I'm hoping the jib will do something.
What goes into a green screen backdrop setup, an effective one? Like how much money and I
You
mean, is
wanna
it really
know,
just
You want to know literally?
like literally what would it take to get one
You
here?
just need a solid fucking color. It doesn't even
I
need to be green.
I figured that for the actual drop, but like
No,
what
you
else,
just
what
no.
else
All
goes
you need,
into it?
all your you just need it just needs to be it needs to be lit evenly, one. But other than that, it just needs to be one solid fucking color that you can key.
That you can say anything captured in this is going to project or show this on film, basically.
No, you just all you're doing is deleting that color and replacing it.
Okay.
That's all you're doing.
Okay.
It's the simplest. Once you fucking realize, I had it at school. You think it's this weird fucking, just you think it's like this weird fucking crazy fucking thing, but it's like the simplest fucking.
It's
really,
like paint,
it's
fill.
Like it's basically.
Like fill paint. Like I'm gonna change this from red to black. And
Yeah,
anything
it's
within the lines.
it's basically
or
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
no.
chroma key.
So
key.
as far as software goes, real basic shit then, and
Yeah, but to erase reflections, that's
a little bit different.
That's
Lighting
a little bit more hardcore. So it was just like I'm driving, thinking, well, shit, it's her birthday. We're both turning. She's turning 50. I just turned 50. You know, that was the thing. We kind of high fived and was like, hey, we made it to 50.
yellow emoji high five, or actual in life high five.
It was a really bad kind of stumbly high five, but it was a high five that we made it to 50
In real life.
in real life.
You touched hands.
We
Not-
touched hands.
Not through
down
a wire
at the
glass
thing.
like you're in jail or something.
No, of course not.
Have you been to jail, naughty? Have you been naughty?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, I'm smoking weed and I'm me, so remember that part.
Yeah,
Describe your first jail experience, sir.
it was that. Oh.
Come on.
I love this story, kinda. So,
So to your viewers.
fuck,
They
I
just
don't
don't
want
know
to
yet.
really tell this out loud because
You can speak it in third person.
I know, but it kind of like it just.
His
kinda,
name
it's
was
not
Kevin.
It's not a good story for my first wife. I really don't want to tell it.
How many wives do you have?
I've had two.
That's not bad. We'll keep building on that on Match.com. Anyway, your first jail.
No, Match.com
experience.
is like it's like nothing. I've like been like throwing it out there and like nothing.
Ashley Madison, find you a rich, successful woman that just wants you to take photos of her and make her feel young.
Yeah, I'm just.
Although
I'm
everyone
just
in
a
Ashley
50-year-old
Madison is.
gigolo
Yeah, but
with
Ashley,
a pot belly.
Ashley Madison
Hey,
is mainly people like ourselves
check out my punch.
looking for women. That's the greatest lie ever, Ashley Madison. You know, it's like, successful, beautiful, rich businesswoman. And I'm like, you know, after I thought about it, after the report came out that like 96% of the people on there are all like old dudes. And there's like hardly any actual females. Then I'm thinking,
it's just for
if
rich
you're a
fuckers.
female,
dude, it's like
if-
it's those rich fuckers that you see in like Vegas or like fucking like it's any strip club, right?
yeah, but they're not
Like,
on there because
they're
they don't
seriously-
need
they for
Ashley
some
Madison.
reason don't understand. Yeah, but I don't. It's just like that's the thing. I just kind of come to realize, and this is the thing with Christy, is because I just don't like this idea of being lonely hearts. And the fact is,
What do you
it's
mean
like,
by that?
Just I don't know. I just whenever I'm with her, I feel like I can just talk and be myself.
Inspired, comfortable.
I feel like I feel like even though she like, and I think that might even be part of the problem is that she knows that she does that to me, but she might not be that into me. But the thing is like I seem to like check all these fucking boxes, and the thing is, she said that like, well, you left, you're the one that like we broke up and you went away or whatever, you know, and she was going through some stuff. My whole fucking thing is like I needed to fix myself before I could even remotely have a relationship ever fucking again. And and that's basically every relationship. Would only even really consider one a real relationship.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there because you're the tech guy. How would you insert a break to where if you're going back and editing this audio, you're like, everything we're about to say now, I want to start there.
I would look
subject matter.
I would
Look at the time. That's it.
40 minutes.
Okay, write it
44
down.
seconds.
Write it down.
Okay.
Because this one's going to be a rant on relationships, and let's try to stick to a subject here for a couple minutes. Because on that note, I have some questions.
Yeah,
something to
I
say.
wasn't finished yet though.
No, I know. Get it going, but now we're going to stick to this and not bounce. So continue, sir.
Well, no, my point is that like I've known like when I'm with her, I like basically she said I like left, took away, blah blah blah, and then like I had to go off. I had to. The weird thing is I gave her a copy of Siddhartha to read when she went to Hawaii when we were dating, and one of the things that Siddhartha does is he just wakes up and says like he looks around his kingdom and everything, and he has to go figure out himself or whatever, which I thought. But that was the thing. That's like when I was seriously like I didn't know what the fuck I wanted, and the thing was is I just felt like a complete loser compared to her. So it wasn't like I could like I needed to fix that, and that's what I did, and that's why like me coming home, I feel like, hey, and I can understand why she would be trepidatious or whatever, like. But the truth of the matter is like I fucking have known her. We've known each other our whole fucking lives.
Can I say something?
Huh?
So I'm thinking out loud, but I think there's two things to what you just said that are important to identify. One, you're like I get it, and I think the I get it part is a woman when they look at a man, they want to feel secure and they want to be convinced that they're with a rock, I guess, if you will, simply, so to speak. And that's never really fucking changed. And I say that because you said you want to go find yourself. Here's where it branches off for me. This is separate relationships, but kind of people and relationships. People like you and I, or people like you, for instance, but I'm similar in this way, is I've never like landed on something and said, okay, I got it all figured out. Here's my box. Here's my realm. And now I'm just kind of plant my feet in the sand right now. Like, you may know that you've always been in this industry, film, photography, writing, music, communications, all that. That's fine, but you've continued to grow on your stuff, so you've never been complacent or satisfied. And you're trying to find your niche because you're not just doing it for whatever. You're putting your name on it. So as a man and someone older than, not in your young 20s, and me being 41, same thing, that can sometimes scare fucking people thinking that we don't have our shit together, have it figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when a woman sees you, she's like,
well, I know there's one
is
thing.
he
Here's
so
I
dreamy and out there?
I know.
It's scary.
The thing is that like one, obviously I like know her well enough for that like one little snippet there.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I turned her on to Game of Thrones. She ended up reading all the books because of me.
Fucking nerd.
I know. And
Pop
I don't know.
up
I
books
just
is
think
where
I
it's
know
at.
I think the one thing that she probably appreciates the most is somebody that's like self improves.
So you check that box.
So I think but I probably shouldn't even be talking about this specifically when I post it. Not that anybody's probably gonna watch it.
You can edit out
read it.
names later and just say females in general, but
I know, but that's the thing. It's just like, well, even today, I just wanted to send a message, but she never responds to my messages, and then she always wonders, like, and then she'll like do the thing where she scroll down, she's like, like I'm like a psychopath, and I'm like, well, you just need to respond once, and I probably would stop, but
you should get a Marco Polo or Snapchat because how much is fucking lost in translation on a cold hard text or message all the fucking time with people.
I don't know.
All the time.
Well, that's the thing. I don't put much into any of that anyhow. That's why, but today, I was like, today I was looking on Zillow for a house.
Yeah.
And
wait, what?
I was looking on Zillow, the app.
For a house?
Yeah.
With a roof?
I'm not homeless.
No, you're not, buddy. Continue, sir.
So it's this 4-bedroom old house, 1930s style, this is the big square house with an upstairs and stuff,
and a balcony that goes all the way around.
I don't think it doesn't have a balcony
or deck, whatever.
I don't think it has a deck either. I don't know.
Any outbuildings?
What's on 1 acre, and you can tell it's on what's the acre around it.
Well, and this is about an acre. No, wait, this is like a half acre.
No, this is even.
This is barely a half acre.
I think my dad doesn't have 1 full acre, and he would still. You could put one more house, I swear on.
Yeah, this is like 0.4 something, but it makes this half acre seem pretty big.
Well, I always forget you got the shed.
Extends about 50, 60 feet off of this right side of my other house.
But I can't. I'm starting to like
both
just.
sides.
I'm starting to not dig it.
Why have you not considered? Big shop and either putting something in there, but
No,
opposite
I
big
have.
shop in a tiny home or a manufactured
The
home.
one thing I've considered, just told everybody like.
Or a trailer.
I've just
kind of
said I'm just gonna take it easy and just go drive in the mornings. Figure it out.
What have you been doing in them? You're just burning gas and thinking? There's nothing wrong with that. Are you just getting out and doing something different?
Yeah, pretty much just burning gas and thinking.
What time on average are you leaving here? 6?
Friday I went to the dump. Fridays I've been going to the dump.
You've been actually. How come you didn't tell me? I got shit that could go. Fuck, that TV's still sitting out there.
Because my truck was full.
What about that broken TV still there?
Is it? I thought it was gone.
Did you just grab it? Because I think it's still sitting out
I
there.
just thought I thought it moved, and like, is it still out there?
Yeah, you.
Well, it's got to be still out there, but I didn't.
It's right
I thought. I don't know.
We're gonna take this one offline. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
and we're back.
yeah, because I'm
each with a black eye.
Yeah, I'll go. Well, I'm probably gonna go this one because I'm gonna get rid of all those fucking totes.
Totes my goats.
Totes your goats.
So okay, you're looking at Zillow, in this
So
place.
yeah, so I sent this message to her, and it's just like, it's just, what did it say? It's you want to go look at this house with me? It's not even on there. It's like
to who?
It's to Christy. I'm like, you.
Why is your phone cover pink?
So I can see it.
You did say you're gonna do that because you keep losing it in
No,
here,
because
right?
seriously, I can't see it when I fucking set it down.
Okay, to set the record.
Seriously, look
He's
at
a
it.
smart man because nothing else in this room is pink, and so it sticks out like a sore thumb.
See, it goes with the whole fucking chroma key fucking thing.
Yeah, and now it's gone
See,
again,
look at that.
disappeared.
Look at
yeah,
that.
I would not find that. You might, if you put it in your cables, it would never be found again.
Yeah, no, I have not. Now this thing's been like next to me, like, or I've seen it. Or I've seen it because, dude, are you old man?
I'm fine.
Are you an old man?
Are
you an old man?
We drove to Shelton last night and sold that shit that was on the porch, the table and chairs and fucking armoire thing or China hutch.
I met a chick.
$500.
I met a chick from Shelton on Tinder.
I met a chick from.
What was her name?
From Shelton on Tinder. I met a chick from Shelton on.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Say it in pig Latin.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
No, it was like Jenna.
So in a J.
I'm not gonna say it.
I don't know.
No, it was like.
That sounds like inappropriate. Like in a J. Like what did you just call me?
No, that's just we just because of me going up to see my uncle, like it kind of like put a damper on the whole thing.
How's your uncle doing? Well, I know he's not doing well. That's kind of the whole point. So never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, he's suffering from Parkinson's disease. He says he prays that I don't get it. And
and they're gone. That was noisy.
And there you go. I don't really want to. Yeah. So Uncle Mike. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about Parkinson's disease and Parkinson's awareness probably.
Sponsored by Michael J. Fox.
Parkinson's disease.
The flux capacitor.
When there's a disease that eats your brain from the inside out.
Give it a name that has 3 syllables so you'll remember it.
Parkinson's disease.
What's that disease called again? I don't remember.
Is it dementia? Does it matter?
Why don't they just call that disease?
Well,
like,
my new therapist. But oh no, wait, I gotta finish this whole thing with the house. So I find this house right on Zillow, and I sent a message to Chrissy saying, "Hey, do you want to come look at the house with me?" And I tell her it's because I think her opinion matters.
That's where you fucked up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She's gonna look at that and go, "Huh? At least my opinion matters."
When I finally get the notoriety and attention that I'm expecting or desire from a woman, it always seems to be that bullshit cliche of when, as a man, I shut up, I do nothing, I get my hands fucking leathery and sweat from some stupid project, and then don't put too much attention on the female, and all of a sudden you get it back. And it's bullshit because I hate that fucking cliche for women. Women out there, fuck's wrong with you? I'll tell you what it is. Y'all scared as shit. Y'all scared shitless, and that's why you want someone to make up their mind of who they are and never move from it. But everyone's just scared, acting like they got shit figured out. Those of us who are still fucking looking like madmen are the ones that have the balls to fucking continue to dig deep.
This is where it's.
And I have the balls to dig deep.
No, but this is where it gets.
The dust will not settle.
This is where like going to find the whole house and everything. It's because one of the things we always talked about, me and Christy, was she was just like, yeah, get rid of my house out in Roy. So because we were just gonna go find another one. Or we were going to start, or in the future, I would actually be putting together my own studio of my own setup. And so it's like kind of, I guess that's kind of one of the weird things that's been going through my head, because it seems like her and I are in the same freaking spot almost, because she's, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like it's just like.
She's calling your bluff. She's waiting for you just to do it and then show her and say, look what I got done.
Do what?
She doesn't want you to want her opinion. She wants you to be confident. No, she wants you to be confident enough to fucking say, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is where I'm going. Like, you have the blueprint. As much as it is nice of you to say, I want you to be a part of this decision because of whatever reason, she's scared that that she's maybe the push, or you don't actually have the fucking push. What is going on?
Like,
batteries died?
No, I have those.
You're using all your batteries on them damn dildos, Sonny.
I have the high speed.
Oh.
The high speed shutter.
You remember when the new PTs came out and they called them high speeds? I went to basic training with the fucking sweats still, the gray sweats.
The gray PTs, or do you mean the black and yellow PTs?
No, I never did those either. The Army of One? I never did the Army of One PTs.
No, the new ones are black. They're the same as the old ones, but they're black and yellow.
Okay, so when I came in, when did you come in? I came in October 02.
I came in February 03.
Okay. So yeah, you just missed it. When I was in basic
training.
Yeah,
they called them we got them. We got them too.
We weren't allowed to even wear them until the very end of basic.
Yeah, they told us
really
the fucking high speeds, and nobody.
They called them high
them.
speeds.
And then when we got to Korea,
pants.
People were like, "Yeah, dude, these just came out," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was. I still had my old sweats. They were so stained, bro. I can't. They were like sweats, like bullshit Russell brand. That you would get from JCPenney for $11.99. But the Army's like, we're going to charge you $80 for this fucking thing. Russell Brand. It's worse than Reebok.
Russell Brand.
No,
it's the Russell Brand.
The Russell Brand show.
It is Russell Brand.
Not the actor, but the sweats.
Hey kids, I'm a sex addict.
That's why I wear sweats.
I
never hide anything going on.
Thing recently,
I heard he's a predator.
He came, he's all said, like, first of all, it's the deep state coming for me. It's not true. I had consensual sex with them. The sad thing is like his book actually is like that's part of why I got sober.
He is okay. Yeah, get him to the Greek should get most people sober.
That too, furry walls.
Fuzzy walls. Furry wall for the Jeffrey. Yeah. No, smoke it. And by the way, I've smoked Jeffries. I've rolled Jeffries.
The soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it, really. I mean, I can't say, like, I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, no, it's got to be. But I don't think he would be, that's the thing, I don't think he would be, I mean, he was married to Katy Perry, right? I don't think he would be.
She went for the Lord of the Rings bow and arrow guy, So, I mean, there's that.
Are they married now?
Yeah, they have been for a while. Bloom?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been married for a while. They even have a kid or two.
The bow and arrow guy?
That's what I like to call him. That's what I like to call him. I'm not going to call him an elf because that's belittling people.
It's Legolas.
I'm going to call him the bow and arrow guy.
Legolas.
He looks like one of the Hanson brothers, Mbop, only he has a bow and arrow.
Legolas.
Leonidas.
Shield,
spear, strong.
Leonidas. No, shield, spear. Shield, spear.
Yes, master.
Shield, spear. Shield, spear.
Yeah, I love my Chase Bliss pedals. I got another one coming.
I love my Chase Bliss pedals. I got another one coming.
Let's talk about the first time you went to jail.
I don't want to talk about this one right now.
Let's talk about the second time you went to jail.
I was hammered. It was right before Andy got fucking. It was right before Andy died. It was about a month or two before Andy was died. Fucking one of my soldiers just got done like raping his wife at gunpoint, and I was told to go like help her get out of town. And so in the process, she gave me all their shit. So she gave me one of those fucking Kirkland silver fucking tequila bottles that I proceeded to like, I chased a 6-pack of like Elysian like 8.0 with it, and then decided to go to a party.
Dude, you were a fucking drinker.
Yeah, I was hardcore, dude.
When we saw each other the first time randomly in Yelm in Uptown, and then I think shortly after that you came and visited me in my apartment. I think you were still drinking then, yeah, and we even had a few together, right?
Yeah, probably.
That was like 2016,
I
2017.
wasn't shy about it.
No, you looked hammered the first time I saw you.
So I had the photo that's hung up at the Crocodile, supposedly up in Seattle, was in the back seat of my car, and I had a couple other photos of Lupe from Tacos in there. I think I might have had Built to Spill. Anyhow, cops. Yeah, so the cops pulled me over on Military Road, over in between, like the part that's in between, kind of. That's like in between McCord and. Well, it's before, like on your way to McCord, I think. I don't know. Anyhow, but the cops were like, "Hey man, were those your photos in the back seat of the car?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, those are fucking some good photos. And I'm like, thanks. And then I blew all weird on the breathalyzer, and the cop was like, yeah, that's it. You're gonna get your license suspended and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm not gonna tell anybody that any of this is good. I got my lumps. I spent my money, and then, but that was, Andy died. I told Andy on the phone about it, like about a week or two before he died, I think. And then I remember it was cold. It was in April, probably. Yeah, because he died May 8th. So, yeah, I remember I was like all kind of ashamed about it. And Andy was like, "It's no big deal, dude. I got one." And I'm like, "Okay." And then
I'd feel like I would feel pretty. I think that's common for people who have a conscience, anyways. But I feel like I'd feel pretty dirty and ashamed if I got one. But honestly, I feel dirty and ashamed for the times I should have got one.
But I got one on the other one, too.
On the first time you went?
That one's even more...
Well, now that you've softened the crowd up, let's go back to number one.
That was an actual freaking heyday. But no, the thing is like, yeah, so that's when I kind of like... the silver tequila was my best friend until then. And anyhow, but yeah, so... But Andy died right after that, and then... Andy died, and then that's what preceded me. I found myself in a relationship with another severe alcoholic, and I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Ever.
What's your best advice to someone who wants to go cold turkey and quit? What are the key to success for that?
Get on lithium.
Can I borrow a lithium?
Oh,
actually, I just had it offered to me. I have an appointment tomorrow to talk to a psychiatrist on Video Connect, and so they can get me some pills because I'm trying to find
if you go on lithium,
lithium scares me.
No, lithium, you'll be fine.
My records say I've taken it before, and I don't recall ever doing it. So when they told me that, I said, "Look, you guys might have just prescribed it to me in the past, but I guarantee I probably didn't take it."
Yeah, but you can't just give it to you. They have to take your fucking levels.
No, I know. I'm saying they should. When I was looking for this, they were asking what other meds I've done, and they said, "Have you ever taken lithium?" I said, "No," and they go, well, "That's funny because here it says like in 2000, whatever. Sometime after the army and before I moved back here, they said I was prescribed it, and I was like, well, I said I guarantee if I was, like a lot of meds the VA gave me back then, and still to this day, I don't take them.
I just think because when I got put on lithium, like it just drinking beer, I couldn't really get a buzz. Like it felt like I was drinking more to get a buzz, and I just wasn't feeling right.
But you were only drinking. I was putting almost everything you can imagine in my body.
Well,
Molly, coke, shrooms, acid, weed, 151 and Dr. Pepper like it was going out of style, Percocets and Roxys and Suboxone on a regular basis, and even smoking the fake synthetic marijuana there for a while. And I quit all of
Why?
that. Why? That's a simple answer. Fucking, because it's
To get high?
No, it was never to get high. I don't need to get high.
Was it to get high?
No, it's to forget shit.
Going on with the world
Was it to
today.
get high?
No.
Well,
Going on
so this
with the
pedal,
world today.
this pedal saves shit. This one only does like.
Did you just delete everything I admitted to?
No.
Well, that's good because it felt good. It felt like I should say a Hail Mary and be on my
No.
way now.
Okay. So the first. What are we at here on the thing? 1 hour 1. Okay.
An hour and one already. Excuse
So-
you.
I'm just gonna throw it up. I don't think I'll edit it. There's nothing. I don't think she'll listen to it. She doesn't even look at my
Where's
photos.
this getting?
Right.
Where's this getting thrown to?
I'm just gonna put it on the YouTube.
Yes.
We'll just use YouTube. That's why I got the pictures.
Is it gonna be a new channel?
No, it's only gonna be on Bad Graphic, but I'll
Bad graphics starring.
This
that-
is still
that
gonna
one-
be under
that
the. I
one
know my
guy.
first name is David until we can figure out. I mean, because it's my podcast.
It is your podcast. It is your podcast. I'm not trying to take that away.
You're the side man.
I'm
you're
the
like
man of steel.
you're like John Baptiste and I'm Stephen Colbert.
I'm the guy that has the. You're like I'm driving the car, but you're the instructor with your own brakes and gas pedal and clipboard, and
Yeah.
you're like, and enough.
Yeah, I got my own. I know.
Yeah. Like,
So-
and no more.
Okay, the first time it was
That's
it was
fucking
another
go.
DUI.
You mean the first DUI?
It's actually kind of hard to be considered a DUI since we were technically in Utah.
That's fair because there's nothing above what 4%.
Well, I
there?
guess we were in Utah, so it was.
Isn't it like 4% beer there? For nothing above 4, 3.5.
No, 3.0 or 2.
2.8 or 3.0 or something crazy like that.
No, it's only 3.0.
3.0.
That's so the average beer was only 3.0.
So 2 beers to equal 1. That's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's too many ounces of liquid.
Well, we had okay. Before we get to what happened, I have to because this is another friend that died, so I gotta like. So Chris came down and moved in with me and my ex, my first wife, like right at the year 2000. He showed up like December of 1999, right? And so he moved in. And so Chris and I had this regular because they got liquor stores, right?
Yeah.
But they also have like wine stores. So it's
Like the drive-through ones?
no, they're kind of upscale.
Oh, okay.
They're that's what I mean. They're and this is before the wine craze.
Like Trader Joe's upscale type environment or
kind
Tacoma
of
Boys?
yeah, but more Mormon.
Okay.
Like right, so like more like hey, we're not actually Mormon, like but we're buying wine. Right, so it was like having like a library, like having a small library, but with like shelves of wine.
Okay.
Right, it was like a bank sized building, maybe.
So my 6th grade homeroom teacher, Mrs. Lyons' office, got it.
Right, something like that. So she's got they got all this wine, all this upscale wine, like all this really like expensive wine and stuff, right? So Chris and I would we would make this we would go in there and we would think of the worst fucking wine that we could. So we'd be asking about, hey, I heard about this one.
Like Barefoot or some shit?
No, they didn't have Barefoot back then. We had Boone's. We went
Oh,
with Boone's, Blue Nun. We were like Thunderbird. We heard about this one wine we had to get. And I remember like the clerk is like just looks at us like about Thunderbird or Night Train was like I'm pretty sure that's illegal in Utah. Like, We're like, are you sure? But then they started selling boons at like the Circle K, like right before I left. Like it was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
most people start with boons. I actually started with wine coolers and
Well,
like
Mad
Zima
Dog. I think Mad Dog.
and
So
Old English 800. You know, high
yeah,
gravity.
yeah, we had 40s Old E. Mad
But my
Dog.
first were a 4-pack of some wine coolers, man.
Morgan and David's one of them.
Definitely wine coolers, and I liked the black.
Yeah,
black
we
cherry.
got Steve's mom to buy us wine coolers somehow. We're like in 9th grade.
Mike's Hard, and then peach schnapps or peppermint schnapps is a common first sip. Brandy, you know, and shit.
Yeah. So okay, so anyhow, so Chris is with me. Oh, Siri.
She's not sure she understands.
She doesn't. I wish she wouldn't fucking butt in.
Well, tell her not to thumb up
Don't
our fucking channel.
butt in, Siri, you bitch. So, okay, so Chris moves down with us down to Salt Lake City, right? And we go out and we, the first person I met when I moved to Salt Lake City decided like she wanted like to come back into my life all of a sudden. So we went out to dinner or out to lunch. And then I went to dinner. I went to the bar with Chris, and then we kind of, it wasn't really like a thunder run. We were just kind of like, we had a few drinks downtown, and then we went to a friend's house that was further down in the valley. And then he wasn't home, so we decided just to go drive for a little while. And we were out in the backwoods, kind of the backwoods area. I was like, God, this kind of reminds me of Sumner back in the day. Like, oh, I know. And we're like, hey, let's just pull off and chill out for a little bit. So we pulled off and we're chilling out. So we get out and we're like listening to music and stuff. And we're taking a leak. And Chris is like, I'm taking a leak. And I was like looking over in the distance, like to our right. And I could see the hill in the distance. This is like May 1st, 2000. And the nickname of the hill in the distance is Widowmaker. And I know that because the person that decided to come back into my life, we went and had a date there like a few years before. And we were watching the hang gliders and stuff. And so I was like, well, wait, if I'm up on that hill looking at the hang gliders and stuff, then what the fuck's down over here? And then I'm starting to think about it. And right as I'm starting to think about what the fuck could be over here, I hear Chris go, hey, Dave, why is there a guard tower over here? And then I'm like, oh, shit, Chris, this is the state prison.
What the fuck?
So we jump back in the car, and I'm like, okay, let's just chill out for a second, blah, blah, blah. We're, like, trying to figure out what's going on. And then it seemed like as soon as I hit the fucking brake pedal, and as soon as I did that, all of a sudden there's, like, cop lights behind me. And they're, like, they're having me do my breathalyzer test, my fucking sobriety test, like in like knee high, like waist high grass. And like,
so they're like walking a straight line, but how do you tell like what you knock down in grass in front of you?
So they ended up taking me so they take me to the prison because the prison has a freaking breathalyzer. So they take me to the prison to blow. I blew one fucking point over.
Like what, 0.09 or was
it was
0.11
no,
or
it was
0.10 at that time or 0.12?
No, this is right when they started to go.
Oh, so 0.08 was the limit,
yeah,
so 0.09.
Yeah, when it was 0.08, so I was 0.09. So, yeah, and even the guy was like, wow, that's he's like
unfortunate.
Chris got a ride from, we were working at Block. Oh, I wasn't working at Blockbuster yet, but Chris was working at Blockbuster. And then I ended up working at Blockbuster as a second job for my legal.
For those of you that don't know, Blockbuster was a place you used to go to get
video
movies and check them out and or
video
buy.
rental house.
A video rental. You had to actually go somewhere in your car. This is before Redbox.
Yeah.
Or Netflix.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Yeah.
or Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris gets a ride home from one of the Blockbuster people, and then I ended up working at Blockbuster. And then my ex. So then they transferred me from the prison to county. And then that's when my ex came picked me up.
What county?
Salt Lake County.
Okay.
Salt Lake City, Salt Lake County.
I'm not from there. I don't know.
If it had an acronym, dude, I did their fucking photos. Like if it was FB.
Did you do the photos for SLC Punks?
No, if it was like SLC Sheriff's Department, right? SLC Salt Lake County Sheriff's Department, ATF, U of UPD, UHP, FBI, ATF, any law enforcement with an acronym. I had my hands in homicides and just some crazy ass shit.
For what?
For court.
Oh.
Photography.
So you went and took pictures of like the crime scene?
No, I did the processing.
Oh, you processed the photos in the dark room.
I processed them. I did do some surveillance. I've done surveillance stuff. I've shot
like Martin Lawrence.
I've shot award ceremonies, ATF award ceremonies. I'm watching Waco right now. One of the Waco stuff about but yeah, I shot an ATF award ceremony. A guy got shot like 6-7 times, still caught the perp.
I think they call that guy 50 Cent.
Right?
Or Kanye West, one of those two.
It was just weird because this guy's like getting like all these accolades and stuff, and it's like, dude, I like was just talking lenses with you the other day. So yeah, so then we ended up. I got picked up by my ex-wife. So yeah, that was the first. We weren't really drinking. It wasn't like a whole lot of drinking was going on.
So what's so wrong about that story then? What are you leaving out?
Nothing. I'm just saying. Like,
did you have a chub the whole time or something?
No, because I was stoked because the person that that came back into my life at that moment in time, like I was all stoked about that, and then stuff happened with me and my ex, and I just can't, Sometimes I'm wondering what's going on anymore. I'm 50 now, and.
Doesn't matter if you're 50 or you're 30 or you're 60, you're still going to be sitting there wondering what to do with the next month or year of your life at 60 and 70, right?
I know.
But you'll progress past this and you're still going to have the same questions because that's the pursuit.
That's what I mean.
Of
Everybody assume I'm like, okay, let's find out how much money I can get for a house, right? Like the lenders and everything. So, oh yeah, I didn't tell you this. So my lender, we're not going to name names because I don't. But this is funny. So you know how like we're supposed to get tax-free at 100%, right? So I told my lender that. I'm like, hey, can you look into this for me? Because I'm pretty sure this is how it's supposed to be if I'm getting 100%. He's like, yeah, I've been doing this 18 years.
You're talking about tax-free on the purchase?
On the property tax.
No.
Yeah.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then I'm not. Well, that's insane.
That's one because I told him I'm like that's one of the reasons why I moved up here. I'm like I looked it up, and he's like when he was reading, he's like, oh yeah, it's only got to be 80%. Are you at 80%?
Mine was 100, and then they dropped it to like 50, and now I'm gonna get it back up to 100.
So you're getting like $1,100 a month?
It's like $1,450 a month right now. But it's supposed to be more than that. I'm also paying back pay. It should be like $1,850 right now or more because for the last almost 3 years, and it's up this April, they overpaid me for several years after I got a divorce for dependents, and I owed like almost 40 grand back to the VA, and so they started taking $400 chunks out of every check almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So in April, I'll get a pretty big, bump again for my VA, even without going back to the board, for it. But I will get my 100 back, dude. There's other things I qualify for on top of that, like the battery burning shit.
Yeah.
Our unit was there. That's an automatic fucking check the box. Yep. Like wait, what was your MOS? And you were where?
No,
when?
that's why I showed
That's
up.
automatic.
They're like your GERD. They're like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be because of that. So my GERD's 60%, and then my GERD 60, and then my PTSD is 100%.
Yeah, and my GERD they only have rated at 20 because it was before that shit, and now they're gonna be able to tie it to that.
Now I'm like,
dude, and I have in the the book I have since then I've had heart surgery. I've had Obviously the seizures and other things that have been documented, and now I got that shit in my head. So it's all gonna get squared away here soon enough and get back there, which will be nice financially. But I was talking about this earlier. My back's all fucked up again right now, and I said, I gave the government my 20s, and then the first 2.5 years after I got out of the Army, I went to physical therapy 4 days a week for 2.5 years after I got out from my back. It is fucked. And so they owe me. Yeah, they fucking owe me, because the rest of my life I'm dealing with shit to where I can barely fucking move and on a regular basis. So, there's my fucking violin, and I'd play it, but I can't pick it up because my shoulders are fucked. Anyway, what are you going to do? Eat oatmeal and vote?
No, I mean, we're definitely vets.
Yeah, disgruntled nonetheless.
No, it's funny. I just never really.
Am I not allowed to drink while I'm on the air?
I didn't tell you that.
Am I not allowed to have a drink?
No.
Is that a rule?
That's a rule I'm setting down.
This is Dr. Pepper, I swear to God.
No,
Dr. Pepper.
I don't want you to be.
I just want to know.
Because you sound like a fucking idiot when you get drunk.
Well, most drunks sound like an idiot when they get drunk.
So I don't want you to sound like a fucking idiot on here.
But what if we were playing a game? I used to get loaded when we played D&D. Remember?
Yeah, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like my blunt and fifth of tequila?
No, I didn't like it at all.
Well, that's just because I didn't know how to use my powers yet. I do now.
No, because you would get so fucking drunk, though, by the end of the fucking session. Like you were just, like, fucking hammered.
Yes.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay. I just don't have the patience for it anymore.
All right, no alcohol, but I can smoke weed.
You can smoke weed all you want.
Anything else?
No, it's fine.
Do I have to wear clothes?
Preferably.
Can I do hair?
There's no dress.
Can I inject myself right now?
What?
I have never and would never.
Like, what?
I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of drugs real quick.
I was just thinking.
I'm gonna eat this.
What I was thinking about?
What?
Is Andy and I started a podcast actually called Meanwhile, which Stephen Colbert took over. As he took as one of his.
Who's Stephen Colbert?
Stephen Colbert.
Colbert?
Yeah.
Who's Stephen Colbert? Is that someone you worked with?
No, he's on Stephen Colbert. Like, shut up. Who is?
His name was Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson. No, so Andy and I, I remember we tried doing our own. We wanted to be like Kevin Smith. That was our whole thing. We wanted to be Kevin Smith.
Who's Kevin Smith? Is it that real talkative guy?
Yeah, he's but he goes by Silent Bob.
Yeah, the cashier.
Yeah. He was
more known as a clerk, but not the clerk. He was more
of a
loiter.
He was a clerk.
He's a loiter,
and he made a movie about clerks.
He's a loiter. He looks
like he loiters.
He loiters.
He's actually Dante though.
I need to rewatch all those. I need to go back to
I haven't seen 3.
It starts with Mallrats, right? Or is it Chasing Amy first?
Well, technically, Mallrats happens the weekend before, I think.
Yeah, and then it's what? Chasing Amy.
Oh, because the funeral they go to.
Clerks.
The funeral they go to in Clerks.
Uh-huh.
She dies at the beginning, I think, of Mallrats.
But that's the first one, right? Is it Mallrats then Chasing Amy or Chasing Amy?
No, Clerks is first.
Before Mallrats? No.
What, as far as like being made first?
Yeah, coming out first, not the prequel or sequel.
The black and white one's the first one, because he couldn't afford color.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's totally true. He made those on his credit cards.
That's really why it's black and white. It's black and white because they couldn't afford color.
Yeah, he rented all the equipment.
I just thought that was on Perpy. So Clerks came out before Mallrats. Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw because Mallrats. I'm not gonna put this on here.
Okay, so yeah, Clerks was 94, then Mallrats was 95.
Mallrats was 95.
Chasing Amy was 96. And then I just looked it up.
I guess it was.
Yeah, it was like I had no idea they were released that close together.
No, that makes sense now.
And then there was which one am I forgetting? Besides obviously Clerks 2 and 3, and then there's would you consider
Dogma?
Dogma, I was going to say that, Jay and Silent Bob's, and then Strike Back. And then
Clerks 2.
and then what other ones? There, I feel like there's another iconic older one that I'm forgetting, or is that?
Oh,
it?
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob, and
That
then Jay and
one's.
Silent
I
Bob
think
Strike
that one's
Back.
actually the most important of them all.
And it's very important because it fills in a lot of gaps.
And it comes in. Well, it came out right when 9/11 happened.
And Dogma was kind of a standalone, although part of it was very. I mean, I guess it wasn't that different, but it was different. It was it's one that you can watch, I think, and not have to watch the rest if you're one of those people. I've seen them all, but besides Clerks 3, I haven't seen Clerks 3 yet, actually. I need to watch
I
Clerks
saw
3.
Tusk. I didn't see any of his other ones after Tusk. Saw Red State.
How did he get into that, into filming?
Just hanging out with his buddies.
Where's he from? What's his backstory?
He's from Red Bank, New Jersey. You want to go there?
I've been to New Jersey.
Hey, we should add that. Let's add that to the list.
I've been to Jersey, and you know what? The only thing
So are we
Jersey's
gonna-
good
are-
for
Are we gonna
is it's
do?
close
Are
to
we
New
gonna
York.
do this? Are we gonna do this mega?
If we actually plan it out correctly, then yes, I can. But
Okay,
it has
so
to be.
Red Bank, New
I
Jersey.
can't do it on a whim, dude. I don't have the same situation as you right now, so I have to plan ahead.
But
I'm
we're
an
getting
I'm an
getting
adult.
The jib.
I'm
we're
an
getting
adult.
a fucking jib, dude.
What's the jib? I know it's the little Terminator arm that controls all our fucking cameras and lives and brain cells.
I think it's gonna do that. I don't know. I'm not even sure what it does.
I can tell you what it's used for
I'm
in
probably gonna buy
other
another one.
applications. You know, jibs are actually installed in robotic, industrial, janitorial equipment, like stuff that can actually go down the hallway of a hospital, open a bathroom door, go in there and clean the restroom, and its jib is what hangs out there and scrubs all the shit and the floor and the toilet, and it refills all the soap and the toilet paper and empties the trash in itself and opens the door itself and goes out. It's just like a giant cart with a fucking jib that comes off of it. Isn't that insane?
It is pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
It is. That is pretty amazing.
I just want to know how many Hispanics are
That
out of a
is
job
pretty
because of
amazing.
that. Or fat white people.
That is pretty amazing.
Or skinny
That is pretty
Ethiopians.
Skinny.
Because I've never met a fat one.
Do you want one of these two?
I want 2 of the 3s. I want you to do the same setup for me.
skinny Ethiopian.
Only I want my
you know-
microphone to be pink
You know.
so I can find it.
You know. This is. I think this was $350,
Yeah, I might borrow that.
and then these are $2.99 a piece. I think.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna need that same setup, and then this board here. What can I
don't know, but
get?
they're just. I honestly, I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, these are really amazing toys. I could do shit with a computer though.
Now you can sell them all to me at a discount and get what you want.
No, I'm just trying to
Do
show you
something
how
different.
the studio is growing.
Speaking of growing, I've been
I'll-
thinking about this
I'll
for a
get
while.
you one of these.
Okay.
I'll get you one of these.
I'll pay for it.
We'll get you these.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
But I'll demand instructional step-by-step classes from you on it. No, I don't want to read a fucking Jesus pamphlet. I want to.
It's a Jesus pamphlet on how to use the toy.
Yeah, no, dude, no. You're just gonna. I'm gonna ask questions about the equipment. And you're gonna show me how to use it.
It's
That's
a
it.
Jesus pamphlet.
That's why I don't know Jesus. I can't read pamphlets.
It's a Jesus pamphlet.
It's a Jesus pamphlet.
It's a pamphlet with Jesus. Did you ever have to make a brochure in high school or grade school or middle school? You know, a piece of paper, a little brochure, fold it all up a certain way. I think you did. You got to poop?
High school?
I think he has to poop.
Yeah.
He's literally reaching into a box 4 feet away from where we were sitting, and he's about to pull out a brochure or a pamphlet that he made like 35 fucking years ago.
Yeah, dude, look.
Why do you have a naked picture of Tom Petty?
Oh, there's Christy's ex-husband.
Oh, Christy's ex-husband is here. He's in a box. Because we're mad scientists. And we managed it. Are you putting Christy's husband's picture in your wallet?
Yeah.
That's Some Dexter shit, dude. That look is Dexter. The fuck? Every time you walk behind me, I wonder if I'm taking my last breath. Will I be
I
murdered?
think about that every day.
Every time you walk behind me? Do you walk behind me and I don't know it?
I think about.
I think about
Being a professional killer?
I think. Oh, I love that movie.
The Killer is a good movie. It was good. It was a
This
good
is a
movie.
really good movie.
It was.
I need to listen to. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, I've been watching all the Bonds over, James Bond series.
I
I
need
started with the Daniel Craig, and then I'm gonna go back to Sean Connery, and then I might even go all the way back, or no, then I'll go up to what's his name, James Brunswick, or the hell is his name?
You want to smoke some Newports?
Brunswick. I used to.
You want to smoke Newports?
I actually don't smoke cigarettes, but I would smoke a Newport right now.
I've been wanting to.
I just rewatched Indiana Jones and The Last Crusader. It was on TV the other night because you know they're coming out with another one. Somehow he's still alive with a whip.
I got a real $3.50.
Temple of Doom. I did that ride in Disneyland back in the day. It was a good ride.
What's this? Oh, this is a letter to my dad. Okay. No, but there is some pamphlet stuff in here. Right here, yeah. See, the graphics. See how you make graphics. Look at it. Look, you asked.
Holy moly!
I told you. I've been doing this a while, man.
You have some old school stuff.
I know. No, this box. I don't know why this box has survived so much.
Any box with me never survives because I
have you
beat
ever
the
seen me
shit
wear
out
a
of
pair
it.
of cowboy boots?
Those are Tony Romo's.
Yeah, Tony Romo's. They have a bloomin' onion version.
They do.
And we should probably wrap this up. Don't you think?
Yeah, safe sex is important.
It is.
Let's wrap it up.
Hey everybody. Well, we'll be
Remember-
back next week with another, or maybe sooner. Who knows? We'll do another one.
I have a belly button.
He has a belly button.
My name's Cy.
See, this is why you can't drink, because he can't. He's gonna be a weirdo.
No, there's nothing wrong with drinking. It's swallowing is the problem.
Oh, is that it?
And digesting.
Digesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for having me over,
thanks for
Dave.
having everybody.
It's always a pleasure coming over to your place where I feel so welcome that the second I get in here, you talk about where have I been?
Where have you been?
Asshole.
What?
No, you're not the asshole. You said, where have you been, asshole? I'm responding as the asshole. All right. Thank you.
I'm the asshole.
Bumblebee Tuna, your balls are showing.
No, I've been waiting for you to come over.
Dude, I've been waiting to. I'm glad we finally popped the cherry on this. This is a fucking nice setup.
I know.